Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So Godzilla versus Kong versus the Justice League. I had to make a video about it. I had no choice. This reminds me of the olden days when we had Batman versus the Predator. That was a pretty big event way back when. And this looks like it's going to be a pretty big event as well. And this should be an epic comic. Basically, King Kong versus Godzilla on its own is a pretty big epic thing. But adding the Justice League into the mix, that makes it even epicer, if that makes any sense. I mean, where else could you see a giant Jaeger version of Batman fighting Godzilla? Come on! So all the elements are there to get a pretty epic comic with some pretty epic action. Sadly these days they do have a tendency sometimes to have the characters talk. So hopefully they won't go in that direction with that comic. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. Full disclosure, I'm not familiar at all with the writer or the artist for that matter. Although for the artwork we can see that it's going to be some pretty solid artwork. There's even going to be Jim Lee who's going to contribute a bit to the artwork. He's probably going to do an alternate cover or two. But for the writer, I'm really not familiar with the writer, so I don't know if he's any good at writing action-packed scenes, or if he's more into writing talking scenes. I guess we're gonna have to wait and find out. Again, already just having Godzilla versus King Kong, that alone would be pretty epic, but adding the Justice League into the mix makes that even more epic, and even more. We're going to get even more than just the Justice League. We are going to get the Teen Titans as well. Or at least some of the Titans, as the article says. The first issue will be released on October 17th, so we will have to wait a bit before we get this, what seems to be a pretty epic comic. Although, full disclosure, I probably will not buy the single issues. Usually what I end up doing is that I end up waiting for the trade paperback or the deluxe edition. For example, we had Batman Spawn not too long ago, and instead of buying the actual comics, I waited for the deluxe edition instead. So there you go, guys. So if you are into big monsters fighting each other, and better yet, if you want to see the Justice League fighting some big evil monsters, yeah, I know, King Kong and Godzilla are not really evil, but yeah, you know what I mean. So this comic might be for you if you like that kind of stuff. When it does get released, I'll try to make a video about it. But until then, I will put the link to the article in the description down below if you guys want more information about that comic.